Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube series on suicide prevention and awareness. My name is Dan Pelly, inspirational speaker, and the name of my program is Your Life Matters and Never Give Up. Today's topic is going to be about falling down and getting up. For the many times we fall down in life and get up, and then sometimes we fall down and we don't want to get up. And we've fallen down so hard for the person that's on the other side of this video that their world is meaningless to them, hopeless, and all the shitty things that come with that. And I've been there, I've been there twice, but I got lucky, I got lucky. And I'm glad to be here, I'm glad that I'm alive. I'm going through a very painful divorce the past 6 months. When you think you know somebody and you don't, right? It's just how the things go. That some people change, and you got things to work on, and it takes two to tango. But some people, it's you more, it's them more, and then the situation doesn't grow. Myself, I want someone always growing, always advancing. Keep up. Right? We all got to keep up, and even if we're by ourselves, we have to keep up. So this falling down issue, I have fell down a couple of times very hard in my life and did not want to get back up and was feeling, rejected, discarded, many times, a couple of times through my life. But, and it could have been from work, relationships, self-esteem of, getting up. And I've always been a go-getter, right? You consider yourself a go-getter possibly, and you think, okay, this shouldn't be happening to me. But the getting back up again, that's the problem, right? It's getting back up again. We can all fall down fairly easy when life doesn't go our way and we have a lot of problems and we're maybe abusing drugs and drinking and we're not in our right state of mind. We might be overly medicated. I'm not a doctor, but I also recommend seeing a doctor. And if you're in trouble right this moment, if you're so deeply in trouble that you think you're going to hurt yourself and you want to end it, call 911. Call someone that you have confidence in. Say to them, I'm thinking about hurting myself. If you're a loved one worried about someone hurting themselves, I'm a big advocate for this. That you go right up to that person, say, I really care about you. And you ask them the question, are you thinking about hurting yourself? Your behavior has been awful, erratic. I've been noticing you not washing. I've been noticing you isolating too much. And it's more than just a passing over of a couple of days. And are you thinking about hurting yourself? Are you thinking about killing yourself? Let's talk about it. Let's not stay hidden in the stigma and the isolation because we've fallen down so hard. We've been beaten down so bad that we want to give up. Okay? We want to give up. We want to say there's no hope left. There's nothing left. I don't want it no more. I want to leave this earth. It's not the right decision. We're in a psychotic state when we want to kill ourselves. We're not in our right state of mind. I don't care what the reason is, what the illness is. Our mind is very powerful. If we don't master our mind, it's going to master us. You got to come from the heart. And when I make these videos, they're very unscripted, and it just comes for me. It just comes up. Might bumble here and there, but I have my theme about this falling down and lifting ourselves back up. And that could be just getting up to take a shower. I'm talking about the minute things that I did when I was coming out of clinical depression, not just depression. Clinical, where I got up and what mattered was self-love, not another person in your life to be codependent on or vice versa. Washing, eating, taking a walk, reading. I had a very good friend that was addicted to drugs. And I think I helped him for over 3 years, and I'm proud of that. That I helped him. I think I helped keep him alive, and he even had confidence in me. And I think a lot of you people know who it is. I'll just use his first name was Mark, and he fell down in life. And I was close to him, and I could help him one on one. It's just not all about helping the masses, or yes, I want to help thousands of people if I can, but we have to be concerned with that one person that sits in front of us. Especially in my Buddhist practice, I'm a practicing Buddhist for 9 years, and President Keita talks about it. What's important is helping that one person that's right in front of you, even giving that one person a smile that's irritating you somewhere, and giving them some kind of like, you're not all that bad. We're not all that bad. We're good people, but our behavior sucks, including mine sometimes and other people's. I've never said I was a perfect Buddhist. What you do is polish that character every day, polish that mirror. That's all we got, because the devilish functions are always functioning, and the good and the bad, and the 3,000 moments in a single realm. Just some terms that we use. This is not to push religion on anybody, but it gives me balance, it gives me clarity, even when I'm falling down. And I have my days now that I fall down a little bit, and I'm like, oh, just not bad, but I'm like, oh, geez, I'm being stuck, I'm deadlocked, I'm not where I need to be. I want to keep growing, I want to keep advancing. So even the minute stuff when we fall down, it's for the person that's suffering so bad right now. I know a lot of people, they're in between, and I like to connect with that person that thinks about taking their life. Your life matters. It really does. Might not feel that way today, but the day will come and you're going to say to yourself, I'm glad I didn't do what I wanted to do. Because I would have missed that ball game. I would have missed the smile on my grandkid's face. And it's not my time yet. The natural order of life and rebirth, and how we believe it. But it doesn't, how are we ever going to know if we're successful? How are we ever going to know if we're successful? So, I just want to stop because, a lot of this comes very unscripted. I'm into about 8 minutes now, and I try to keep these under 15 minutes, but I want to read something here, and I got two things I'm going to read. I'm going to read my daily guidance. It says some Buddhism in it sometimes, and then sometimes it doesn't say nothing about Buddhism. It's just encouragement. But it's a good daily, and it applies. If you want to take out the Buddhist word, it applies in our daily life, because, when we practice any faith, we need to manifest it in our daily life, not just go once a week and manifest it then. We're manifesting our faith every day that we get up. And I'm up at wee hours in the morning like I am tonight. I'm manifesting my faith. It's not about going in the mountain and detaching. We're not about detaching in this practice. We're about engaging. We're about engaging. Sure, we have our moments when we're chanting that we get into a clarity space, and we're getting all the muck out of our way, and then we can get focused again. But the main thing is be able to manifest your faith, whatever that faith is. Even if, just be a good human being, even if you're an atheist, that you got good behavior. You don't put mistake, get mistake after mistake after mistake, and keep putting an S on it. So things like that. So anyway, I'm going to read this, and it's pretty good. It's about falling down. Okay, if you fall down 7 times, get up 8. Don't give up when you feel discouraged. Just pick yourself up, renew your determination each time. The important thing is not that your resolve never waver, but that you don't get down on yourself when it does and throw in the towel. Do you want to throw in the towel today? Are you done? Are you done today? That person I'm talking to? Hopeless? You don't want to open the door? You're not ready? You're not ready today, you're not ready tomorrow, you're not ready. You've fallen down so many times that you're tired, you're exhausted. I don't want to open my door of life. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get up. I don't want to engage with that person. I don't want to see that person. I want to isolate. These are all signs of depression. These are all signs of invertedness depression that turns into clinical, that could turn into suicide. And then when we start thinking about suicide, we start thinking about ways we're going to do it. And usually, if they're lethal ways like guns, very lethal, very quick, you don't have a lot of time to be thinking, okay? And it happens very quickly. And, I can't reach everybody, obviously. I wish I could save all 42,697 that killed themselves last year. Think of that number, just in America alone. When I put my program together 16 years ago, 30,000 people a year. They made it one of the leading causes of death, sits at number 10. And the Surgeon General recognized it, as a health problem, a health epidemic, and made it that, which I was glad about. But now up to 42,976, 9,000 of them are our military, our military personnel. And no one can be thinking about the horrors these military people go through. I couldn't even sit here and think I know what it feels like. In the fear and the maiming and the injuries that someone's sitting with. But I think of a Christopher Reeves falling off his horse and taking that kind of severe injury, and he thought about killing himself. I use him for example, and there's many like him, that he fell down bad, man, and he got back up, and he made a difference in cell stem, research. So think about that. Think about somebody like that pulling themselves back up again in that condition. So we can always have an example. I want to be an example that I survived 2 times. Lucky. I'm not, hey, 3 times you're out, especially on that situation. Another thing I'll read, I have up on my right side here is, live with intention. Have a purpose. Be bold in the face of adversity. You got to live the life you were destined for. And it's not killing yourself. No way. No way. We're born in this world to be happy. Yes, we have a lot of obstacles and a lot of things that make us miserable. And, that's the things that, it's called living, right? It's called living. It's not all going to be smooth. It's not all going to be, I'm going to change my environment and I can't change it right here. I'm going to go somewhere else and do it. Your environment's going to follow you no matter where you go. You can go to Europe. You can go to all the states, all the states in the United States. You're taking your karma with you wherever you go. And if you don't deal with your karma and you don't deal with what's wrong with you, and you don't get the right medical treatment, and you don't go into therapy, and you're falling down so bad, and you don't keep pushing yourself back up, you will be successful. And it will be over. Because that's how it goes. I myself want to go the other way and not go back there and put that wedge in for somebody that's sitting there right now, devastated, looking at the floor and the little spot on the floor that's how small you feel. There is hope. Hope is life's treasure. I always had that little bit of hope when I was there, that I wasn't going to be successful. And the day will come that it will get better for you. But you have to take action. You have to get up. You can't stay down forever, because if you do, you're going to do something that's not good for yourself. And when you fall down, and not every day is going to be a good day. You want to have winning days, but you got to fight through. So I think I'm going to end with the reading today, because I'm up to about 14 minutes, so I'm getting down to my last minute. But here goes. This is for September 15th. I like to make a video every day, but, I have a life too. I got to work. I got to make money. I got to engage with my family, people, friends. Stay connected, man. Stay connected. But here goes. I hope that each of you will realize success in your respective fields, fully recognizing that success means not giving up halfway, but resolutely pursuing the path you have chosen. To this end, it is also important that you realize that the place where you work is a place for forging your character and growing as a human being. By extension, therefore, it is a place for your Buddhist practice. That's for me. A place for practicing in any other Buddhist and deepening your faith. This could apply just by applying yourself. When you view things from this angle, All your complaints will disappear. No one is more pathetic than someone who is constantly complaining. So end the complaint. Your life matters. Never give up, and I'll see you again.